Hi Cap Roping fans, it's Jody Green with Tie Down Tip Tuesday. This Tuesday we're going to talk a little bit about our jerk lines. We're going to talk about the different jerk lines that you can use. A ring, jerk line that runs through a ring, and a jerk line that runs through a pulley. First of all, we're going to start with the jerk line and the length. You know, the average length that I look for in a jerk line, you know, we use like, you can go get some, this is just mountain climbing rope is basically what this is. And the length that I shoot for is 17 foot long. And that's just a good average size. Okay. And on this horse, this particular horse, I like a ring jerk line on this horse. And I really like, if you have something to tie your jerk line, you can use a piece of twine, anything. I like to put the ring or the pulley underneath the swell of the saddle and not on the horn. It seems like sometimes when you get it on the horn, you can't get that rope down on there as flush as you would like it to be. So I like to put it underneath the swell of the horn. Okay. The reason for the ring jerk line on this one, say you got a horse that you know just needs a little bit of pull, not a whole lot, and it doesn't like their head just tucked. A pulley is going to really keep their head tucked, and this particular jerk line here is going to let the jerk line slide a little bit more than a pulley. So when I do tie it, I like to tie it right in the middle of my bit. I like a little bit keeper, a little bit holder, something to hold this jerk line on. So I twist it around. I just tie a knot. You know, I circle it around, bring it around, bring it in, loop it through, and pull it tight, really tight, right in the middle of your bit. That's where I like it to lay. It's right there. It's right in the middle, equal side. You don't want it hanging over this side or hanging on the other side. You want it right in the middle, nice and tight. Okay. Now we're going to hook it up. Talk about the different styles to hook it up. When I hook it up on this horse, I like my belt to be a little loose on this particular horse. I don't like my belt to be as tight. And I like to run the jerk line on the left side of my belt on this one. Left side, you don't get as much pull as say when it's on the right side and it's pulling against you. And when I start off, rule of thumb, I like to leave a little slack. You don't want it so tight that he can't run. So you like to leave a little bit of slack in there. And your tucks, you want them nice, equal tucks. Just nice, big, spaced out tucks. Some guys say leave this tail out hanging out, all that. I like to tuck it in there. I like to get an extra tuck. I mean, even if it's just a tuck that just hangs out right there, where it's just barely in there, I like to have it, you know, on them. And so that's how I would rig up a jerk line on a pulley system to the left. Now if you're going to go to the right, again, you want to give him plenty of head, plenty of space right there. It needs to be underneath your rope. It don't need to be like that. That's a mess. So make sure your rope out of the way with the jerk line. Give him his head a little bit. And again, I got the belt pretty loose. Nice equal tucks. And I like to tuck that last one just in there, and it's out of the way. Just a little light tuck, no big deal. Everything's nice, flush, good to go. And so that is a system. This is how I rig up my jerk line for a jerk line for a ring. And so now I'm going to show you on a different horse and why I would use the pulley jerk line. And I will demonstrate that here in just a second. All right, now we got old Cooper here, and I use a pulley jerk line on him. Same kind of material, mountain climbing rope to use it. You can use a braided jerk line. You know that guys make braided ones. They get a little less pull on it with a braided one. If you're looking for the in between, it's like if you go a ring, it's a little lighter. If you go a pulley, it's a little bit more. I like a pulley on this horse. I like to use the plastic ones I don't like the metal ones. Say sometimes, you know, if you don't take care of your stuff just right, they can rust. Well, if they rust, you get in there and you get these little burrs, and then when the burrs get in there, just that jerk line's not pulling as flush and as easy as it should. You want it to just pull nice and flush. And I like to make sure every time that I get on, that jerk line is nice and flush and moving it the way it should on the pulley. So again, we hook up the jerk line. Now on this particular bit here, I've got a nice little ring. Put it in that's centered. These are really nice to have. If you can put one of those on, then you know where your center of your bit is. And I just run it through again, make me a nice little knot on him. Now this pulley jerk line, when it comes tight, they're really going to hold their head, and you're going to get a lot more pull, and they're not going to slide as much through as a ring would. So if you're looking for a little bit more pull, pulley jerk line is definitely the way to go. They're the way to go on your horse if you're looking for a little bit more pull. So, and they're not going to slide through like I demonstrated on the buckskin horse on the ring jerk line. Okay. Now on this one, I like to really tighten my belt up. And again, we're going to go through it same way. You know, let their heads be out a little bit. Don't put it so tight like that. He ain't going to be able to run. Let him have his head. And just get nice, equal tucks. You know, and that last one I've just barely got it hanging. So, and this is with the pulley system. And again, I like the piece of string underneath the swell. Just keeps everything flush. It keeps your jerk line out of the way. And anything that you could just keep out of the way, so that way you get that rope down there tight, it stays down there. So for today, if you're looking, I hope these little tips about how to use the jerk line and why we use these jerk lines help you. And so remember, if you're needing just a little bit of pull, go with the ring jerk line. If you're needing a lot more pull, go with the pulley. But got to know your horse too. If he's a horse that doesn't like to have his head tucked, then he's probably not going to like a pulley jerk line. If he's a horse that, you know, doesn't mind that, he's an older horse, then a pulley jerk line is a good thing for you. And the plastic ones are really, really good if you can find those to use. So I hope these tips this week really help you with your roping. And I really appreciate all the messages and the comments that we received. And don't be afraid. Just keep commenting back, messaging us, and we will definitely show your videos that you want to hear in upcoming weeks. So I hope I'll see you again next Tuesday with Tie Down Tip Tuesday. Thank you very much.